Okay, hello. Welcome everybody to today's webinar by CTC. My name is Tony Crick. I'm the product manager, civil product manager here at CTC. Today we are going to talk about some of the survey productivity tools that we have in our SIM project suite of tools. Let's just start over. So here's the Survey Sweeper. It's right here. We talked about Survey Sweeper. What does it do? It deletes the unwanted figures from the database, errant points from the database, and reduces your time. So feature line to alignment, we can use that for staking. We can convert our lines to survey figures and alignments, and we can create staking points for review. And the best part, like I said before, they are free, and you will get them if you download it from our website. You get a free 14-day trial, and then these tools will be there in perpetuity. So with that, let's get back into the demo. So let me get this out of here. Let me just go ahead and I'm just going to delete the entire event here to start from scratch again to show you, since you weren't seeing my screen. There we go. Okay, I'm going to delete everything out of there. Okay, so now it's all gone. We'll go back to, I'll go back through the settings again. So here is where the settings come from, where you can import your .cets or SETs, I mean. I have them right here. We have several. Those are your SETs that you will have probably from your company or whatever. You'll have that, so it all comes in. Oops, I'm not going to open that. So all your settings get filled in here, so you can select from your defaults, what your defaults to be, where the equipment comes from, not typically used. So that all comes in over here. So once we get that, we want to, we've already created this database. I showed you, I'll show you how to do that again in case we didn't know. Local survey database. You just type it in right here, which is what we entered. You first want to set your working folder to where they go. Mine goes to right here. So that's the one we just created. And it's already open for edit. And when we set up our drawing, the first thing we would do is come here to our settings tab and open our drawing settings. And we'd want to set our coordinate system to match whatever was shot in the field. So we'll come back to our survey tab, and we will come here and we'll make sure that our settings match. So right here is where we get at that. This is all our settings, how we want everything to come in. We would want to open our coordinate system here and have it match the drawing. Okay. So now that everything matches, we can go ahead and import our points. So we go to the import right here, import survey data, where we would go get our point file. And you would probably want to do this multiple times in a project. Set what you want it to be, if it's a FBK or wherever you're getting them from. We're getting a external point file that was shot in the field. Today we're going to use this one. We make sure that we have the right format, point, northing, easting, elevation description. This one has extra data in it. If we had shot inverts with our pipes, that would show up here where the guy shot that in the field. So next, the network, typically that's none. So here's our import data where we pick our figure prefix base, whatever's in there, our database, process the line work code set right there. Can select if we have more than one. We don't for this one. So we're going to bring in the points and we'll click finish. So again, everything comes in. Everything is looking pretty good, but we know we need to make some edits. So let's go and make these edits. So we can go here, edit prefix or figure properties. We can also get it from up here. Again, this one we need to add 295. We need to do it before 296, looks like. So we can hit the add, or we can say before and go there. We know the point number, so we'll enter it right there. Okay, that's fixed. Let's fix this building. Just a code missed right there to continue that line. So we can fix that. Just add that 197 between 260 and 259. Try it before. All the typical editing you would do when you bring these in. Well, that's good. We see this tree line probably isn't right. Come down here, we'll fix this. Say it needs to go 458 and 459 somehow got out of order. We'll just push that one down. You see it change. All well and good. Got a problem here, we'll fix this one too. Again, all this typical editing you would go through to take care of whatever mishaps happened in the field. So this one's a little more complicated. We want to go 375. All the points are here. We want to go 375, looks like, to 382. And we want to go with 382, 383, 381. So 381 looks like it needs to move down. Okay, we're there. Okay, that one fixed. Easy enough till we get up here and we see a code was missed. So at this point, here's where you would go make your decision. Do I want to go back to point file and fix it and re-import? Then you'd have to go through all that again, or fix those order when they come in. A couple different things to do here. Probably the easiest way is to fix this. Just the survey point properties. Need to make that a EOC1 to continue that line. Click to enter. Do we want to bring the line work? Yes. I'm going to let the survey point come in too this time. So now the survey point dropped on the right layer and stuff. But like I said, we've got this happens. All the edits we made, now we've got multiple figures. If I click on that, we're going to have two of them. Got two figures there. Again, with this tree line too, we got two figures. Then what happened here, looks like we needed a block, but they missed a begin code right here, and simultaneously I see that this wasn't coded correctly. Apparently it didn't have an effect, but we can fix those again right here. Gonna add a begin code to that. And every time we do this and we notice something, and you have to re-import your line work, it's going to re-import all those figures. Take the points off this time. It's going to re-import all those figures, and then we have multi-figures, and that's particularly a problem. Well, that didn't work right. If there are break lines. I don't know what happened there. Let's put it back. And you'll have multiple break lines that come in, and that will screw up your surface. So that's back, but we probably want that line to go to there. Let's go ahead and fix that too while we're at it. I'll just add 276. To the top of this list. So now that's fixed, but we have, again, like I said, we have these problems. Now we've got multiple survey figures in here. So how do we get rid of those? Typically you'd come here, you'd scroll through, you might try to open the edit figures through the panorama. I'm not going to do that because that's really slow. But that tree line, so then they're hard to find. So that tree line is down here at the bottom, which would be easy to find. But to find that edge of concrete, not so easy. And here's the tedious, slow part to get that out of there. So then which one is it? Click on these to highlight, it's that one. So they might be hard to find, and at this point you could delete that out of there. I can hit delete right here and get rid of it. But if we've got multiples of them and it stays there in the database with the X there, but if I use survey, oops, wrong one. If I use our survey sweeper, I can highlight it and delete it. And we'll go show that it's gone from the database. So now we only have the one. It's gone from the database, which we don't want it in the database anyway. We can do the same thing for these other two. 3. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. So we've created the full, we're done with our survey. We've got that out of the data point database. So we can create a surface off of our stuff now. So again, come back in here. Got a surface, want to create the surface. We'll call it existing ground. I don't need a description. Name existing ground, okay. Let's open that up. Let's use, I have a point group already. I should probably update that point group since we left. Let's update everything. So I have one right here called Surface DTM. One we use to make our surfaces out of. Okay, push that to the top, make sure everything's visible. And close that, make our surface. Click the wrong button, missed it. Okay, definition, build our surface. We'll make it out of point groups. We'll add the point group. So I've already set those filters to, in the point group, to points that we don't need in there. And the style was already set to for that surface, the surface style, 1 and 5. We did that. Probably saw when we created our surface. You've all done that before, I'm sure. So here again, we got a problem. We missed these points when we did some editing. I'm going to guess that's not right, just by looking at the elevation of these other points. And that one also clearly is not right. So with Survey Sweeper, we can quickly eliminate those points right out of the database too. So again, how would you do that? You could delete your tin. There's a number of ways to do it. But with Survey Sweeper, you can just click them out of there, rebuild it, and there we have our surface. So it's just that easy to take care of everything. These would be really hard to hunt down in the database. You saw how slow it is. So then if we wanted to restake, if we needed to go out and stake, this was a remove and rebuild for this driveway, if that was part of the street. Let's say if this was a through street and this was a remove replace if they're building that. So instead of creating a big point file for this, we can use feature line to alignment. We don't have to explode it. We don't have to do anything different with it. It's going to retain all of our properties. We don't have to make it a 3D polyline, anything. Come in here. All this is leveraging right out of native Civil 3D tools. So none of this is proprietary. It can all be used and shared across any Civil 3D platform. What should we put it on? I'll just call it C-Road line, a label set. We don't need labels. I'll just put this one, I'll pick that one just to pick one. Name, let's call it drive. Entrance. Style. Make it basic. Again, this is all the stuff that's in your drawing already to pick. So here we can just say, and we're going to draw this in profile. And again, this is a familiar dialog box, comes right from Civil 3D. Go through, we select our stuff. Profile view, let's pick that one. See how that looks. Go through the standard dialog boxes from Civil 3D. Let's use that one for that. And create the profile. And from here, it's an alignment in your drawing. There's what it looks like. Profile, if you needed to make any adjustments to it, if anything changed. If there was a design change here, you see all these warnings because I didn't clear the design speed of it. come here, you can look at our alignment. Centerline alignment, it's this one right here. And that's how we can export that out. And this will work in any drawing. You don't have to create it. Here's another one I have where we have, if it's a design and you want to stake it, this design profile, create an alignment out of this real quick, same way we did before. Each align to alignment, grab it. Let's call this top back curb. For staking. Site if you wanted to. In this case, we're not gonna. All the defaults are ready to go. Style, existing ground. I don't think I like that. Let's make it a design profile. And again, all the same stuff. Profile label set. I'll leave it at none here. And we should be able to just step right through again. Top back staking. So this one has extra alignments in it. All of these styles, like I mentioned before, they're all whatever is in your prospector over there. We can create a profile. And you could do this for multiples. You could do the top back, you could do the flow line, however you guys are staking it in the field. So from start to finish, that's really all I have to show you today. Pretty quick and easy ways to clean things up. I hope you found some value in what we saw today. Apologize for the beginning. And like I said before, they're free tools that you can get from our website. These are part of the SIM project suite. We also have the SIM management suite. If you've seen any of our other webinars, a good way to manage your description key sets and your figure databases. We have a whole section for survey help on that one. So if you want to get it, again, you can go to our website, ctcsoftware.com. You can download the 14-day free trial, and those 2 free tools that we just talked about today will be free in perpetuity, like I said before. If you have any ideas or need any help, you can contact support here. We love to hear ideas from our users out there. All of our tools were developed for you users, and we want to make things better for you. So if you have any ideas what tools you might want, how we can improve things, please let us know. So with that, again, thank you for everybody that waited out the first part. I'm going to conclude today's webinar with that. Thank you again for joining us.